6 months into a new position at a new school, and I don't think there is a professional development opportunity that is equal to coming to the AHEAD conference, particularly given the access to professionals in different roles from across the nation. That's something that you can't replicate in any other setting.
This is my first time actually being able to come to a national AHEAD conference. I've been to several North Carolina AHEAD conferences since I am at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. But it's been amazing meeting colleagues from so many other colleges in our country and finding out what are some things that we do alike and what are some things that our office can maybe do a little bit different to work a little bit smarter, not harder.
Given the kind of ever-changing legal landscape that is impacting disability services in higher education, you have to be educating yourself consistently, and I think in an effort to equitably support students with disabilities across the nation, it's important to have folks come together in one space and in one setting and in 1 week to kind of be up to date on the same pressing issues, so that students in one state are receiving the same support as students in another state.
There's still a stigma out there for students with disabilities, and so just kind of being a welcoming environment is really important for our students so that they feel comfortable. So it's really our job to break down that barrier and remove the stigma so that students feel comfortable and have access to services.
I'm very new to the disability world. I was recently diagnosed, and then I came to work at the university, which I've been working at University of Michigan for about 90 days, and I came here, and honestly I did not know that there's this much to disability and there's a whole world out there, and like with every meeting and meeting everyone, it's like networking and learning a lot of new things.
It's one thing connecting and communicating with our colleagues through email, but you really kind of need to have lunch with some new colleagues. You need to sit in front of them to hear how does one office, how do they run their policies and procedures, and have the opportunity to see it. And then also see research that our graduate assistants and graduate students are doing.
Our processes are so different than K-12, and so we move from this, I think, kind of super supportive, like kind of team wraparound in K-12 to it's really on the student to really self-advocate. And we of course do as much outreach as we possibly can. But I think for a lot of our students with disabilities, they're not sure how to navigate all of those systems, right? How do I get all the paperwork and schedule all the meetings, all that kind of thing that maybe their parents or guardians or supporters have done in the past.
With the series of students that we have graduating high school now, they're more confident than ever on what they need, but then when they get into the post-secondary world, they're not sure how to continue with that access or what it should look like even.
I think this conference in particular is imperative for the field. I think, as a new disability services director, I've learned so much that will help me in my practice and will help with my new and emerging professionals who I've just hired.